Hi, welcome to A. Mulligan Speaks. I'm Annette Mulligan, guiding you to living beyond your diagnosis, owning your health, and creating clear dialogue between you and your doctors. Today I want to talk to you about three words that they're not necessarily easy to deal with, easy to hear, but in the process of understanding your health and eventually owning it, they're words that need to be addressed, to be sure. And those three words are fear, anger, and denial. The idea of fear and anger are emotions that are responses to situations that come up and invade in a way or come into our lives unexpectedly. They have a good side, but they also have a very, very negative side. Fear is a response, again, to a situation that is happening that you need to respond to. You need to do something about immediately. Let's say you're walking across the street and you see a car just barreling on down the road at you. Hopefully your fear is going to kick in and you're going to run as fast as you can. That's the benefit of it. The downside is so often we can get stuck in our fear. It has a way of just consuming us, of gripping us around our heart and our throat and our brain even, and it stops us from taking action. It stops us from moving forward. And when we get stuck in our fear, it controls us instead of us controlling it. Anger, on the other hand, is a response to a situation. Let's say you leapt out of the way of that car, the fear motivated you to do that. Well, now you're angry at the driver who wasn't paying attention. Anger, on the good side of it, is okay if it causes you to move and to take action in a positive and helpful way. But on the other side, if it causes you to do something that hurts other people, hurts even yourself, and it's not a good thing. And we don't want to get stuck in that anger, because that too constrains us and confines us from being able to address what's happening and take care of it in a way that is positive. All of those different emotions there can lead us, if we're not addressing them, to the idea of denial. And denial is simply the mindset that says, I don't have this. Even if I do, it's not that bad. If I don't do anything about it, I'll be all right. I know other people who haven't done anything about it and they're just fine. It is that not taking into consideration the reality that is happening to you. In the idea of your health and of owning your own health, I want to encourage you to do what I do, and that is to ask questions. I'm a questioner about everything. I process through situations, through being stuck, through being frustrated, by asking myself questions. And so let's take those three words. Let's take fear. What am I fearful of? Am I afraid that if I make a change, I won't be able to stick with it through time? Or if I do what my doctor's instructing me to do, it won't make any difference anyway? What am I angry at? Am I angry at the doctor for giving me this diagnosis? Am I angry at myself for letting this happen to me, if that's even the case? What am I angry at? And in looking at the fear and the anger, ask yourself, does staying caught up in that cycle of fear and anger, is it helping me to take better care of myself? Is it helping me to live beyond my diagnosis? Or is it causing me just to stay stuck? And in the area of denial, if I'm denying what I have or what's happening to me, how is that helping myself? How is it helping others around me? It's not, just in case you were wondering, but each of us has to come to the point where we understand our fear, we understand our anger, and we understand the aspect of denial and what is a result of all of this. I will tell you that I have dealt with all three of these, being a type 1 diabetic and legally blind. I am not completely over all of the anger and the fear and somewhat the denial. I've got a good handle on that, at least for now. But this is something that is not a one and done deal. Just deal with it, you're fine, you're moving on, you're never gonna have to deal with it again. When I wake up in the morning and realize I've lost a little bit more sight, I'm angry, I'm frustrated, I'm fearful. When my blood sugars just go up and down and I'm having to deal with them and I can't figure out why it's happening, I'm angry, I'm frustrated, I'm fearful. Absolutely. I'm going to be dealing with those emotions and that particular set of emotions for the rest of my life. I understand that. So I want you to consider, again, asking questions that are going to help to move you towards a better understanding of the condition, of your diagnosis, of your disability, whatever it is that is holding you back, that is constraining you to address what you can and deal with it. And again, I'm not casually saying deal with it. We're going to talk in another segment about the idea of grieving what you've lost. Because with some kind of illness, ongoing illness or disability, we have lost something and we have to come to terms with that. It might be time that you talk to a doctor about these different emotions that you're feeling and how to be able to address those in an appropriate manner. Maybe a counselor, a therapist, a spiritual leader. In some way, come to an understanding of what's happening and how to address these issues so that they don't keep holding you back. If you've downloaded or uploaded or accessed the worksheet that goes with this segment, there are some questions there, or you can actually write the questions, but I would love to have you respond in some way to those. What am I angry about? What am I fearful of? How is denying helping me in any situation? Another question that I will ask a lot during these series of videos is, who do you want to be? As a result of going through this process so that you can live beyond your diagnosis, so that you can own your health, so that you can create a clear dialogue with your doctor, who do you want to be as a result of that? And in light of today's discussion, I would ask another question. How badly do you want to be that person? What steps are you willing to take to make yourself into the person that you want to be? I am not where I used to be. When I was first diagnosed and first dealing with all of this, I was way over here. But as I have processed through this and begun to understand it more and more, even when those bad days come up, and they do, I'm closer to understanding it. I'm closer to being able to grab hold of it and come to terms with it. So I want you to ask yourself those questions, write out your answers, because it helps to be able to see what it is we're feeling and what we're experiencing. And then that action step, what is it that you are going to do? Not just, oh, what do I need to do, or what should I do? What step or steps are you going to take? Just one is a great place to start. Decide what that one thing is that you need to do today in order to move closer to who you want to be. All right. Thank you so much for listening. As always, give me a thumbs up or a like, comment, or any kind of question. Share this with someone else. Share it on your own social media. Check out my website, amulliganspeaks.com. That's where you can get the worksheets and you can shoot me an email. And I'd love to hear from you. Stay well. Be safe.